Hi, everyone. Thank you once again for joining Empowerment Network. Today, we are here to celebrate as usual. It's all good news as usual. Nothing has changed. Let's keep on keeping on. Let's keep the fire burning. And of course, let's keep on upgrading our dreams because the best is on the way for us. And this evening, as you can see, I am joined by my dear sister, Dr. Lisa Lee, Sister Fumi, and of course, the one and only Andy Burks. Guys, welcome. Hi, Dr. Lisa.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi, Sister Fumi.
Hello, sis.
Yeah. Right. So Andy, like I was saying, we just want to keep this rolling. We don't have any particular thing to say this evening. All we want to say is that everything is working as planned. Andy.
What I found interesting yesterday was that the general consensus of opinion is the fact that because the company is already becoming as successful as was expected, there's a lot of people out there that don't like that. But as Ash said yesterday, nothing's going to stop us. It's not an option. And quite frankly, no matter what happens now, they've learned an awful lot from experience. And they could start again tomorrow and straight back. So it's very, very encouraging.
Mm-hmm. All right. Dr. Lisa Lee, over to you, please.
I know Ash has been saying for a long time that we will become the hunted. And you could definitely tell that we are becoming the hunted, which is, like Andy said, is a positive thing. It means that we are doing a lot of things that are right and a lot of things that are going to change a lot of lives. And as Ash is, we're going to keep on keeping on, and we're going to keep it positive and keep it moving, and everything's going to fall into place as it should.
Yes. Sister Fumi?
Well, I like to use that word. He's already said is doing it or dying, but we are not
Yes.
dying. We
Yep.
are doing it, and
Right.
we're staying alive and being
Exactly.
patient to see it being done.
Right. Indeed. Guys, me too. I think I picked one thing too because it's something that we hear every day, but it fits well in this context. Ash says anything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I'm happy with the fact that he says it's a learning curve. Every obstacle on the way is an opportunity to learn something new and to improve for the best that is waiting for us. So one of the things, Andy, why we're just trying to encourage, because some people feel a bit different since we're not having the A bomb and so on. It's not like the A bomb has disappeared. It's only a warming up, because the moment it explodes, the entire world will hear us. And on this note, when I was watching comments and hearing what people were saying, this came to mind. I think it was Michael Williams and Julie. They were discussing a few days ago that we all win, and winning here has nothing to do with money, because money is a done deal. What about the opportunity to keep on learning? What about the opportunity to maybe keep on learning, keep on growing, and then learning even how to use the products, because there's more you get from those products that will improve even your own life quality than just the money that we are looking for, because everybody's not happy now because they're not touching money. Andy, I'm talking a bit too much this evening. You
I,
want to take over?
I think what's interesting for me is that we've seen over the last couple of years people that were perhaps frightened to even come in front of a camera.
Yep.
That all of a sudden can't stop talking comfort.
Mm-hmm.
Straight over her head, that one. Right, so
I was going to say, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, no, I know where he's coming from, but it's definitely not me. You know it.
Sorry, but this has brought hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands of people together. We've met a myriad of different people from different environments, different countries, and it's like one big happy family. It's really heartwarming to have that opportunity. And I know, everybody knows Chris Johnson. Why wouldn't you? um, the mouth of the north, or should we? Where is Minnesota? Is it Midwest or where?
Mhm.
Yeah, the mouth of the Midwest. But he's got himself an RV and he's going off to visit lots and lots of founders, and there are hundreds of thousands of us
Right.
all over the states, and then he's certainly got to bring the RV to Europe so that he can come around and have a say hello to us lot. But it's heartwarming to see, so many people that have kind of come out of their shells. I mean, I've always been an extrovert, so it made no odds to me. But but I like you, Comfort. I really enjoy talking.
Dr. Lisa, ignore him. Let's move on. Earlier on, before Andy and Sister Fumi came, we had a chat, Dr. Lisa. I would like you to go back on that, because we thought that what Ash is doing now, it's not like we're not ready, because some people were ready years back, but they're not yet where we are now. But where we are, Ash thinks we're not ready. On Passive is quite ready. And what Ash is trying to avoid is taking us out there for business this morning, and then in the evening he says, hold on a minute, let me tweak one or two things. Was that our discussion? Do you want to go a bit more into that?
Right. I think one thing I truly appreciate about Ash is that he said he will leave no one behind.
Yep.
And he's going to make sure that everything is in place. He's going to make sure that if something is not working for one, then it's not working for all of us. And he's going to make sure that we are in the position that once everything is rolling, it's going to be nonstop. We already know that. I mean, we've had a taste of O-Tracker. We've got O-Mail. We've got O-Connect. We've got I use O-Trim weekly, literally weekly. We've got solutions out there that are making an impact to those that are using those products. They just have to come in and utilize those products. I have no doubt where we are going to end up. It's, Andy touched on that our mission has kind of changed. Those that came in and said, oh, we're going to make the money. We're going to make the money. We're no longer focused on the money because, like you said, the money is there. We're all focused on, I've got my idea of what I would like to do to help out people. Everybody has a plan. We've got Old Bless that's coming. We've got Old Academy. It's just a myriad of solutions coming in. Every company goes through ups and downs. And, I mentioned before we came on that there's companies that go through stuff, and because it's not in the news, we don't hear about it. But I promise you, from being a business owner, they're going through stuff because every business goes through something. They keep us informed, and that is something to be appreciated because most companies won't. Even as a stockholder, you don't hear a lot of stuff. So I appreciate Ash and how his team is, how the founders are, the way the Passive family are focused on making sure that not just one person does better, but everybody does better, that we are collectively trying to expand and change the way the world currently is. So
exactly. And again, nothing has changed. It's still going to be the correction to the corruption. It's still going to be the total freedom. It's still going to be everything. It's only getting better and better. So, Sister Fumi, there's something Dr. Lisa also said that she's not doubting where we're going to end up. So that sounded really good to my ears too. But then I just want you to say what you want to say.
Definitely, it's when you say it's a win-win, then there will be no doubt of where we are going to end up. Take for example, Ash mentioned, like Andy said, if one thing is not working for one person, then it's not working for all. Take for example, it's a win-win on both ends. People tend to forget that because we've not been part of a business that is starting from the scratch, and especially not just a business here, a company that is starting from the scratch with no doubt a trace of normal structure that happens in the business world. Is a totally different structure, completely never done before. We forget that, just like Dr. Lisa said there, we go through a lot of things. Take for example, win-win on both ends. You cannot be winning on your side as being, oh, the early birds, but yet the customers that are coming cannot pay either, or they're having issues with payment. So I love the fact that he's thinking about that, and we need to think alongside. I love the fact that they bring us in and help us to understand what is going on. Just like Dr. Lisa said, companies go through challenges, whether big, small, medium, large, whatever it is, but they help us to understand that, look, this is the situation. Many of us are, oh, money, 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 money. No, but that money you won't even get if your customers cannot pay, or they're having issues with payment. Where will you get the money from? So it's win on our side and win on the other side, and win on the fact that we are being educated on some of the challenges that businesses and companies face when they are starting, especially when it's a new structure entirely, and we are starting as a unicorn company as well. So we cannot be crushed when we get into the market, because if we come out small, I bet you, just like Candy said, there are companies waiting to.
Yeah, that's true. You know, Andy, we've schooled you about some parts where we come from until you can just close your eyes and point what to where what is happening, like in Cameroon, for example. As it stands, there are people who don't yet have bank accounts. They don't yet know what to do and stuff like that. Would you say it's another opportunity where they're giving everybody to get ready with everything they need to make unpassive complete from their own end?
I think what you've got to take into consideration, for me, is quite right here. If you've got a payment system that is only able to pay certain countries and not everybody, bearing in mind we're in 200 odd countries, you've got a problem. So what you have to do is you have to shut it down until such times as it's ready to be able to deal with those countries that it's not currently dealing with. And you've got to be able to take in the payments and make the payments. It's not something that's done very easily. Now, you've also got potential issues with banking licenses in various different countries, because certain countries have embargoes. But as I said, we're in over 200 countries. So countries like Russia, with what's going on at the moment, could cause a problem with trying to get cash in and out of Russia. Most of the ones in China, for instance, if you've got an expatriate living in China and is an early bird, or wants to be part of, or wants to make use of the products that we have, great. But getting money in and out of China is not an easy task by any stretch of the imagination. So these guys have to have an account outside of the country. But what about all the Chinese? There are 4 billion of them. You know, sooner or later they're going to want to have the availability to make use of these products, particularly with things like OConnect, when you've got the auto translation, which is coming very soon. So, you know, there are many challenges that a company of this size has faced and will face. But as Ash said yesterday, the experience has been a good one. It's been a massive learning curve that they've taken in their stride. And that's the key. They've taken it in their stride. So, you know, I'm grateful that things have moved forward and constantly moving forward. I've always said, look, if you're going to run a business, you need to make baby steps. Make a baby step towards running your business every day. If you don't make that step, you're never going to go anywhere. But if you make that step every day, you can't fail. It's an impossibility. And that's exactly what the company are doing now. You know, we've got products that are queuing up, ready to go, but you've got to get the payment system sorted out first. And that's what's being worked on. That, and the fact that we've got some unscrupulous people that have become, you know, early birds and have been taking advantage of others, they will be cleared out, which is great, because that's not what we're about. You cannot be someone who is trying to deceive somebody else. It doesn't work. And when you've got a system like on Passive, which is there to help people, help others, and obviously make money, but we've got to clear these people out first. So, yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Dr. Lisa, why we chose to come this evening and just say a few words of an encouragement again is because some people feel discouraged. However, we want to use this opportunity from you, Dr. Lisa, to make this reminder. Everything is still there. The Burj Khalifa is still there. The partnerships are still there, and many more on the way and stuff like that. So what makes somebody feel like yawning that, oh my God, I stopped? So I think you would like to comment on that too.
I think for any founder that might be a little discouraged right now, just needs to just breathe.
Yes.
Just breathe. I mean, this is a journey, and a journey that I to promise would be over, what should I say? Might be too much. But I'm fairly confident. I'll say 99.9% confident that no one has gone on a journey such as this one with any company in any magnitude in any country. No one has said, as Ash has said, I'm going to take you on this journey, or I'm on this journey. I'm going to bring you with me, and you don't have to do anything but be patient. That's all he's asking us to do, is to be patient. And I can't see how how anyone is taking this in a different light. It's an opportunity in the interim to fill that gap, or those feelings. You should be doing something. I feel you should be doing something every single day to bring yourself closer, or put your business in a better position, instead of focusing on what is happening or not happening. What are you doing to increase your business or your customer base? Or are you training um, those that are under you on a product? Or are you having meetings to say, hey, let's learn this, let's do this? Are you getting involved in the clubs? Are you what are you doing to expand, expand your knowledge on the business and the different products that are here and the ones to come? There's so much to learn, so much to pay attention to, that you really don't have time to. When it comes, it comes. But there's other things you can use your energy more wisely to do, to get done. So I don't think anybody should be discouraged. I think, if anything, they should see it as an opportunity to build their team even bigger, and to look for ways to go ahead and start helping those that are less fortunate, to say, hey, here's a product. I'm going to help you. You can register for free. When everything gets going, this is what the plan is. You can become an affiliate marketer, and just baby steps. How do I do this? How do I do that? The information is going to be there. I was looking at some blogs that, like Comfort, we talked about before on my last interview. I'm not a marketer, but on passive.com, in the blog, it tells you how to your Facebook ads, I'm reading. And I think everybody should be doing the same, that they should be taking time to learn their weaknesses and find ways to strengthen those areas.
Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned the blog thing too, because I had it on my list to talk about, because those blogs are, oh my God, it has everything. That then when I go there, I just get buried into it and say, oh my God, look at this. Oh my God. So there's a lot to read and just educate yourself and even improve on your business before OnPassive even comes with the automated whatever everything that they are doing. So guys, there's a lot for us to just feast on while we wait for apples to start rolling. So Sister Fumi, we should be taking a last round now. So you are one of those, when I used to say that the OnPassive started in 2018, you were like, no, I must have been incubating this vision for a long time. It only hatched in 2018. Looking at that and where we started in 2018, for those who came that time, just hearing the voice, to where we went to, go founders to now. So is that not a reason for people to keep smiling?
Yes. Yeah.
I find that really amazing because, and I'm correct about that, because you know that an idea needs to be incubated first before you even think of even bringing it out to other people to share it. So from what Dr. Lisa said there, honestly, anybody that's just joined or had joined maybe a few years ago, you have no reason not to be patient, because we had people that did not see nothing, and they actually believed Ash. They only heard his voice. They've not seen his photograph, let alone his video or anything, and they believed. And you came in. So even if you came in and just jumped in, just, it's like, oh, I jumped in, I didn't know what it's all about. This is the time for you to learn what it's all about. I still went to someone today, a founder, to a she said, oh, I just wanted to say hello to her, but she lives close to me. And then she started using the opportunity to ask me questions, and it became like a teaching, a learning conversation. And then before I knew what was happening, I was supposed to be there for an hour. I was there for 3 hours. And then I looked at the time and thought, oh my goodness. I said, but it's a good time spent, because
Right.
I've educated her more. So we need to use that time to educate ourselves. We need to use that time to be patient. Even if you are not someone that reads like Comfort or myself or Dr. Lisa, go to webinars, just pick up on things, because
Yes.
this journey, it's a long one.
Yes.
And
It's a
you are going
lifelong
to be
journey.
educated. Yes, you are going to
Yes.
be educated whether you want to or not.
Right, right. Again, back to 2020, Dr. Lisa, you remember we were about to launch in 2020. We were very excited. We did not have O Connect. We did not sit on O Connect like we're sitting on now, guys. For those who are joining us new, this is O Connect, the latest and most sophisticated video conferencing platform with crazy features like you've never seen somewhere, right?
Mhm.
Dr. Lisa, we did not have this, but we were very excited. But then where we are speaking now, we are using not only OConnect, you use OTRIM at least once a week. We use
Yeah.
ONET and all of those things. Why should people doubt?
They have no reason to doubt, in my opinion. They have no reason to doubt. I don't think, where else can it be? Okay, so from what little bit little bit I know about marketing,
Yeah.
I've gone to different platforms and everybody wants you to pay for the month and pay for this, and I'm like, QR codes or whatever email campaigns, and it's free. It's
Yeah.
free and I'm passive. It tracks my which I can see which, when I do the O trim and there's the URL shortener, I can see when I create a QR code which one is performing, which one is not performing. I can see what country it's in, what city it's in. Where, I mean, and it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
That's
That's the
the
most
first thing I learned.
important thing.
You end up with a bunch of systems that you pay for, and here is a system that offers 3 products you don't have to pay for, and it just, there's no reason for anybody to doubt based on the sophistication of those products.
Right.
And I won't call them products; I'll call them solutions, because they are a solution.
Yeah.
The sophistication, the features, and the price. You can't beat them.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't beat them. Even with O Connect, the price, the discount now for those that are coming in now using O Connect is still the 14-day free trial, and the features, the like this one is being recorded. You've got so much more advanced technology in these programs, these solutions, that there's, I don't want to say you're kind of silly not to use it or not to join us, but if you don't at least open the account and just try it, you can always
Right.
cancel it, but just try it and not find, if you don't find what we see, I don't know what's wrong. I
Exactly.
was
I
like,
know. It's hard to say. That's what Colin says. He needs to just pray for you if you can't see what we are seeing.
yeah,
Maybe we don't want to start praying yet because we know that there's still
I
time for
don't
someone
insult
to find.
anybody, but
Right.
but it's a company that I'm not, I've told you before, it's a company that I stumbled onto. It's not one that I was, no one came and told me about it. I just happened to be looking on something on the internet, and the screen came up, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. It's a startup company. And I'm like, okay, well, I normally invest in startup companies anyway. So I'm like, well, it's a company. It's going to take, a couple of years to get going. So I kind of bought it and put it to the side and didn't think anything of it for a couple of years. I've told you before, Comfort, that I can kick myself for not paying attention at the time that I bought it, because it's not like other startup companies.
Yeah,
and I missed a huge opportunity. I'll never miss another one.
never. If you miss this one and you're in this our generation, then good night. That's it. You'll never find another one.
You won't find another one like this one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Andy, I know you've been silent for a while. You surely have a few things to say, but I would like you to start by reminding people that where they are now, whoever is doubting should remember that people have already made money from OnPassive. There are people who have made just one-time earning, and it's more than what they've ever earned in a year. Do you want to start from there, Andy? And so
yeah, I mean, listen, we were very lucky to, like Lisa said, to be introduced to the company prior to its launch, and therefore we're classed, if you like, as early birds. Yes, we're affiliates, because at the end of the day, we see the vision, we see the opportunity, and we want to be able to offer these products to others because they are superior at a lower price point and more features, etc., as has already been mentioned. But it is interesting that as time goes on, not only more and more products will come out, but this is, as we well know, this is a platform, so it's a single sign-on process. And as Lisa has already mentioned, you've got non-paying products or free products, and you've got paying products. So we've been lucky enough, some of us have been lucky enough to have been able to introduce others to the opportunity prior to us launching. And for those, many of them, some have a sizable number of customers in their customer base already. And therefore, when we started activating our account, it released a commission. So we know that the first payment that is received from an affiliate within your group that's activated their account or bought a product, then you get 100% of what they pay back. So at the moment we've got a special offer on, so it's $93 for an early bird and $190 for a new customer. But that new customer gets 3 months included for that $190. And what you've got to bear in mind is, to have the same option with another company, it's $6,500, not $190, and that's monthly. Our $190 is for 3 months, so it's just over $63 a month in comparison to $6,500 for the same sort of option. So yes, for every other customer that then falls into that customer base that also buys that product, 25% of what they pay comes out as far as a commission is concerned, which is, unheard of. But it's interesting. A lot of people still sitting, waiting in the wings. Oh yeah, I'll just wait before I activate. What we have to do as affiliates is to fill our shop, our online shop, with as many products as possible, so that the company can then, offer these products into the marketplace and draw them to our website or draw them to us for us. So all of this stuff's done. And Lisa mentioned she's not a marketer. I'm like you. I have no clue. Marty's been doing it for 20 years, and he knows an awful lot and has spent an awful lot trying to do it the right way. We're very lucky because we're being shown and we're being taught, and the company will do an awful lot for us. But as far as the commission is concerned, we've seen some commissions come in, and some people are being paid because they want to release the commissions coming in. Personally, I want to leave it in the kitty, so that I can pay for the next products that come out, the next products, and so on, until my shop builds up to an extent that it's got a lot of paying products in there, and the commission is then coming in on a regular basis. That would be great. So yes, there is stuff coming in. We've obviously had delays because of the merchants. It's not because of On Passive, it's because of the merchants. So these are starting to be resolved, and people are starting to see their cash coming in. So that's really good news.
All right, thank you. So guys, if you are fellow early bird affiliates, then keep on keeping on. If you have some questions, just drop them in the comment section of any YouTube channel you would be watching this from. And of course, if you are new, be it now, this year in 2023, or any time in future, ask a question. This is quite interesting. It's an opportunity not to be missed. Everything is working as planned, guys. We cannot overemphasize this. It's all working as planned. Nothing has changed. And if there's a change, then it's only getting better and better. We are in the best place on planet Earth. See you guys. Subscribe, share, comment. Let us know what you think. Just giving as much encouraging information as you can, or messages as you can, in the comment section. Let's keep on going, moving together, hand in glove. It's a done deal. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Sister Fumi. See you soon, guys. Bye.